building a role-based access control system for a mature and a multi-user SaaS application. Hi everyone, I'm Rizwan, and today I will share how we implemented a complete identity and access management system in our SaaS application. This is a feature that almost every mature application needs, but it can seem overwhelming at first. By the end of this video, you will understand the core concepts and architecture we used to add role-based access control to our existing and mature system. Let's dive in. So here is the scenario. We had a working SaaS application with main users managing their accounts. But as the product matured, clients started asking, can I add a team member with limited access? They actually wanted employees to manage certain parts of application. For example, they wanted their employees to manage their billing and reports, but not change their integrations. This is where identity and access management comes in. We needed to create a system where main users could invite their team members, and each team members could have granular permissions. We could enforce these permissions at the API level, and all of this without breaking our existing authentication flow. So the architecture. Our solution had three main components. First, we created a new client user collection in our database separate from our main users model. This kept things clean and allowed different authentication flows. Second, we built a permissions model that defined the access for different sections. For example, dashboards, businesses, reviews, and more. Each section had a read and write permission. We also added a location-based access so users could be restricted to specific business locations. Third, and this was the clever part, we modified our authentication middleware to check permissions before allowing any request. Let's dive into the middleware magic. Here's where it gets interesting. Our auth middleware now does double duty. When a request comes in, it first identifies the user type, if that is a main user or a client user. For the client users, before processing the request, we look up their permissions record. We check the endpoint they are trying to reach. We then match the endpoint to a permissions category. It verifies if they have the permission for the read or write access depending on the HTTP method. For example, if someone tries to get from API/reviews, we check if they have read permission for the reviews. And if they want to post to API/integrations, we verify that integrations write access is there. The beautiful part, this all happens in the middleware. So our actual route handlers don't need any permissions logic. They just work as before. Let me show you the permission structure we used. We had the sections like dashboard for the tasks and activity feeds, businesses for location management, automation for post and AI features, and so on. Each can have read and write independently. So someone might view the reports but not generate them, or see the reviews but not respond to them. We also added smart features like location-based permissions and white label access. A client user might only see specific locations or have access through a white label. And for the backwards compatibility, main users bypass all of this. They automatically have full access like they always did. So what are the lessons here? Separate your models. Don't try to jam everything into your existing user's model. Use middleware for authorization. It's clean, centralized, and easy to maintain. Make the permissions granular, but logical. Group by features and not by the endpoint. Plan for scalability. Location-based permissions and role-based inheritance saved us from rebuilding this later. Don't break the existing functionality. Our main users didn't even notice this change. So the conclusion, adding IAM to an existing application isn't as scary as it seems. With the right architecture, separate models, and middleware-based checks and granular permissions, you can build a robust system that scales with your product. If you found this helpful, drop a like and subscribe for more real-world development insights. Got questions? Leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you in the next one.